Hello, everybody, and welcome to Clumsy Clairvoyance. Thank you for being here today. As you can see, I have just my desk is just filled with tarot cards today. Okay, that's because today I'm going to be doing a special video, and it's going to be all about tarot cards on a budget, or tarot card, a set of tarot, having the having the luxury of being able to pick a tarot deck that is not only one that you will find useful, but also for a good price. And I don't know about you, but I'm a thrifty person by nature and a clumsy one at that. So thank you for joining me today. We're going to be going over tarot cards today, and then I'm going to do another video. It'll be like the second part, but that will be like the oracles and the Lenormands. But today is just going to be my top, however many, my top picks for tarot cards, 10 from $15 and 15 to $25. So every single deck in this video though is under 25 bucks at either most of these are from Amazon, so I will put those links down below. If there are some other ones that aren't, I will also provide that link for you guys. So it's going to be a fun video. It's going to be great because those of you that might be actually new at tarot, or unsure what type of deck to get, or maybe you're someone who just has only ever used the standard deck, then this is a really good video for you as well, because I'll be going over like the ones that I do have in this collection. Every single one of them I like for a different reason, and I think they can be beneficial to you as readers in different ways as well. So it kind of, you will find the one that fits you, and if you do, hey, that's cool. By the way, I just want to mention I do not get paid to promote these, okay? So, but if you do want to support the channel, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. I will see you in just a moment where we will talk about our first category, $10 to $15, okay? See you then. All right, y'all, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. Okay, so this is going to be the first category. This is decks that are between $10 and $15 at Amazon, okay? First of all, I just want to say about this, I love every single deck in this collection. There's only 3, but I love them, and I love them each for different reasons, and I think that all 3 of them would be very beneficial to beginners or the seasoned reader as well. Either one I think could benefit from these decks. They're a little bit different styles for each, but I like them all extremely. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Kawaii Tarot. Okay, I didn't know, put these guys to the side. So let's talk about this Kawaii Tarot. Here is the box for it, okay? Now I have my cards separate over here. The box is really cute. If you can keep your cards in the box, that's great. But I like to have these ones handy because like they're very comfortable to me. I really like them. I feel as though like, they shuffle pretty much perfectly. I really gotta say it. And the cardstock is pretty basic, but let me get this out the way. So, but here is the box, okay, guys? And it does have like a little cardboard insert, and it comes with 2 pockets if you did want to keep that as well. And I love a good box myself. So, and another thing I want to tell you about this deck, this box set deck, is it is, I believe, $12.99 or $11.99 right now on Amazon, okay? And it comes with a guidebook that I adore it. It comes with really great spreads, all of that stuff. Like it comes with really good spreads. It talks about numerology. I do have that guidebook around here somewhere. I was just reading it the other night because it had such a cool spread that I was using that I really did appreciate. But anywho, moving on, I'm going to let you guys have a quick little gander at the cards, okay? Now, the Kawaii Tarot, a lot of you, like, who aren't really into maybe the cutesy, Hello Kitty, Sanrio type-ish, push-in. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't be. I'm just kidding. But again, like I said, this might not be just everyone's style, but these are basic enough. I feel like the images are very simplistic, but still, you know, there's something cute about them. There's something, you know, attractive about them. All right, so 2, that's the High Priestess. See, it's a little cardboardy, stocky, but I gotta say, these shuffle like a dream. And sometimes that's the battle with these decks. It's like, do I want one I could shuffle with, or do I want one that's just pretty? But I have to say, I've had these quite a while now, at least like 6, 7, 8 months. Look, 6, 7, 8 months. But I've had no issues with them. I love them. I really do. I really like these cards. Okay, they're simple, they're cute, but to the point. And for 12 bucks, you guys, like, come on. To me, this is a no-brainer. And I think if you are new, or even if you, like I said, I've been reading tarot for a few years now, and I adore these. I adore the simplicity of them, and they're cute. But that guidebook is very well thought out, I will say. And I do like, look, these are numbered. In case you guys didn't notice, some people do like numbers, some people don't. I think it's beneficial for most. So, Chariot. Give you guys a few more ganders at some of these cards. Queen of Wands, some cute stuff, some cutesies, you know. Queen of Cups. Some Swords. Knight of Cups. All right. So this is the Kawaii Tarot. Okay. And the author's name, sorry, let me pay kudos where it's due, is Diana Lopez. And thumbs up, Diana Lopez. I love this deck. I think it's a great go-to deck, and it's a great purse deck too, or one that if you want to travel with, or like I like to have it by my altar in like a little drawer area in case like something, you know, every now and then something will be going on. I'm like, oh, let me go get my cards, or I'm talking to a friend and I'm like, oh, let me ask the cards. Let me do this. This is a good deck to have nearby. Okay, so the Kawaii Tarot definitely. I feel like if you're on the fence as a beginner too, or like I said, even a novice, someone who's you know, been doing it for a while, or someone that's really into Sanrio type stuff, you know, Hello Kitty, pushing, all that stuff, it is a no-brainer with that as well. And they're simple, and the guidebook like kicks ass. The guidebook really is really helpful, really cute, and it's a good size as well. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go to the Everyday Tarot. Okay, now this is a box that I accidentally ruined. I'm just going to go ahead and say that right now. I didn't mean to, but there was like a little plastic insert that apparently was supposed to stay in. I didn't know that. Okay, so a lot of times this is a deck much like my Kawaii ones, to where they just, they stay nearby with my little bandage on them, my little hair tie. But, okay, so moving on to this deck. I'm the one who ruined the box. It really is a great box. Don't be a dork like me and ruin the box, because this box is great. I mean, look at it. I messed it up, like I said, because I tore off this plastic. I didn't know. I wasn't all home that day, I guess. Okay, but yes, the box is very nice. I initially got this deck. This might sound a little bit superficial, because it was gilded, and it was an extremely cheap price. Like, I couldn't believe it. Even now to this day, this is the cheapest one on the deck. On Amazon, this is like $9.99 or $10 or under. And look at that. Look how pretty that is. It's gorgeous, right? It totally is. So let's go ahead. I want to take a look inside. It does come with a guidebook as well. Just your standard book, but it matches the deck. And I like the book. It's got like some gold foliage that matches the gilding on the cards, which I thought was just like a little something extra. I thought it was cute. And then it breaks down your majors, your minors. This is 100%, I think, a very good deck for beginners as well, because these start you off with some simple, the basic, you know, the basic images of the standard RWS. And it just, I like it. It's a good deck. It's simple. but not like the kawaii. The colors are rich, but the guidebook, I do like that it's kind of on the shorter hand. It's not so much explanation, and I think it might have one or two maybe spreads in here, not sure. But let me see who this is by. That's what I was trying to peek at. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, so Eleanor Grosh. That's the illustrator. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's it. And the Reading Press, Philadelphia. Okay, so they made this deck, everybody, for $10. $10. If you're on the fence or you just need a deck for, you just need a direct deck with, not necessarily completely traditional images, but pretty much to that standard, and they're a perfect size. Like, let's talk about this. Sometimes we get the mini decks and they're too little. See, I'm lucky. If I get a mini deck that's too little, I'll just send it to my buddy Laura, because her hands apparently could do it, because mine can't sometimes if it's too little. But these, much like the kawaii, they're like a standard, like a regular deck of cards almost. This one is made a little bit nicer, of course it's gilded, and it's got like this semi matte finish on it that I really do like. This is a great deck, and I like the weight of the cards. They're kind of heavier, so I feel like I get a really good shuffle out of these. All right. So the Everyday Tarot with this, look at that. Like I said, $10. To me, this is just a no-brainer. Everyone needs to have this deck. Everyone. It's a great deck. It's a good go-to as well. Great for your purse, on the go, and to get familiar with the basic images of the tarot. Hence, probably why they gave it the name Everyday Tarot. So in our last category, though, for the $10 to $15, one, I just have such an admiration for this deck. A lot of people love this deck. I believe it's $15 on Amazon right now. And like I said, all those links will be listed. Is the White Sage Tarot. There's something that drew me in with this deck. I think it's the cards, it's the imagery. There's a softness to this deck that I just adore. And it's, like I said, about $15 right now on Amazon. And the White Sage Tarot is by, and hey, it comes in a tin box. How cool is that? It is by Teresa Hutch, okay? And we'll open this and let you get a peek. This is a pretty good deck. They do have extra cards that come with this as well, with the guidebook. I do want to say something that another, additional plus about this deck is they made it like they made it Reiki affiliated and chakra with chakras and everything. So it's even color coordinated to where you could see which cards align with which chakras. And that might sound confusing, but it's not. And you don't even have to use the cards that way. That's just like a subtle, add-on that they did with the imagery of the cards. And they did a really good job. I'm just going to say that. The White Sage Tarot, it has a mix. You'll see. Let's take a look. It's a mix of like, your regular still images, but then also mixed in with some really beautiful animal art, I would call it. See, look at that. That's the King of Swords. Beautiful cards, though. Aren't they striking? Like, look at them. And if you're a animal lover, or you like your animal decks, this is a good way to have a animal tarot deck, because it's not, like I said, not all of them are animals. I believe it's just the core cards, actually, I think are the only ones that are animals, if I'm remembering correctly. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, yeah, and the majors too. That's my bad. Let's see, we got the Devil. And these are listed with the number as well. The images are just, I feel like this is just a very welcoming deck as far as like getting to know the tarot, getting to know these cards. They're just beautiful. They're great. Let you guys check out the backs. I like these because they're like little bricks. Huh. Like on a wall. That's what they remind me of. And this one also has a book with some good spreads in it as well. But like I mentioned before, the thing I really did enjoy was the little extra they did with the chakra balancing, with the colors and all that associated in the cards. And it's not as complicated as it seems, I promise you, because you do not even have to use the cards in that way, okay? $15, especially if you're an animal lover, or if you just want a soft deck, you just want something like, that's you don't feel intimidated by. I know a lot of people might feel intimidated by certain decks styles. This is a deck that will like give you the warm, cozy feelings. Totally, totally, totally. Okay, so that's going to be it for our first part of that category for the $10 to $15 decks. And I will be right back with the rest, 15 to 25. All right, y'all, welcome back to Clumsy Clairvoyance. So this is going to be our next part of the video for the $15 to $25 tarot decks, okay, that you can get on Amazon, and I will be dropping those links down below, okay, everybody? Now, I have some more tarots on the side, but we'll do these first three first. I really tried to narrow it down on what I felt like were good cards for everybody, and not just someone who's like me, because we're all unique and we all need to celebrate that. So it's the perfect time to start off with that modern witch tarot deck, which really does celebrate diversity in any and all forms. Now, the women in this deck, well, let me first give kudos to the author. Okay, Modern Witch Tarot by Lisa Sterling. I'm very bad at names, and I'm sorry, but that's my disclaimer. Now, this is a deck that I just want to say right off the bat, it really celebrates diversity in women, shapes and sizes, and I appreciate that about this deck, and I'm sure many other people do as well. And overall, a very girl power deck is kind of how I feel about it. Really, a very great deck, and does celebrate our diversity. It is female only, though, included in the deck, just to let you know. Another big, or shall I say, another great thing about this deck is the box. The box is like, whoosh. What a beautiful box. Okay, that box is the shit. Now at Amazon right now, or when I got it about a month or two ago, when me and Laura had gotten it, I think it was what, like 15 or 16 bucks. There was a sale going on. So even, I mean, that's a great ass sale too, but even at full price, I believe it's only around $22, okay? Now, and look at this book that it comes with. The book is adorable. And this card is like this card is such a staple for this tarot deck, because this is the extra card she has, the Ten of Swords. It's I'm fine. She's got all these swords sticking out her back, and then she's on her phone. I'm fine. But this is a very good guidebook too. It has some really good, simple yet effective spreads, okay? And I would actually recommend this for newbies and people who've been reading for a while. But also, if you want something, you're craving a little bit more diversity in your deck, you're tired of seeing the same images over and over, this is that deck for you, because it's still got that original flavor of the standard, writer with the RWS deck. Okay, so you will definitely think this. A great guidebook as well, like I mentioned. This is my only, now I'm going to show you guys right now, okay? This is the only pet peeve I've had with these cards is just how slick they are. Okay, it's got that semi-gloss, as you can see, finished. They're beautiful cards, though. I think they're adorable. Like, I love them. But when I shuffle them, everywhere, okay? So I'm just putting that out there. I got to keep it real. That's just the one thing I wish that like was different about the deck. Look at the moon. Oh, but beautiful, beautiful imagery. Like I said, but still keeps that original flavor to it. So even the King of Wands, we have Girl Power, the Fool. Very cute, kind of charming. I like it. But a very, overall, an amazing deck. Amazing guidebook. It's just I can't shuffle the damn cards. I can't shuffle them. They're too slippery. So that's going to be it. Now, like I said, this Modern Witch Tarot is about 22, I believe, at most on Amazon right now. That's why I'm including it no matter what. And you might be lucky and the sale still might be going on. And how awesome is that? The box is fantastic. Okay, and here's a good view of the cards in their entirety. See how thick they are? Pretty dang thick, huh? But I mean, you feel as though you have got your money's worth with this deck. I will say that, okay? Definitely. Okay. Who is next, guys? Who's next? Okay. We'll go to the next box I see sneaking behind here. The Muse Tarot. Okay, the Muse Tarot by Chris Ann. Now, she is very popular. Chris Ann is the one who also created the Light Seers Tarot. Yes, that's correct. And this was the first deck that I actually purchased by her. This deck was a little bit on the higher end, not too much, so maybe $19.99 or $20.99. But you also get a really, really nice guidebook. And it's actually a really beautiful deck. I didn't vibe it as much when I very first got it. I was just kind of like, oh, I don't know. But after spending time with this deck, I really appreciate it. I really do. Now, this is a deck. I feel that if you're a newbie and you want this deck is calling to you, then get this deck. I mean, by all means, it's a beautiful deck. I mean, she did such a wonderful job on it. She puts a lot of thought. And there's just a lot of love into her decks, you can tell. Now, and the Muse Tarot, of course, is inspired by inspiration itself. So it's got a great theme, and it's got some really beautiful, very feminine colors. So here is the box. Very nice. Our box is a Hay House. I believe, hold on, is this one a Hay House? Yes, it is. Okay, it's a Hay House deck. Now, let's dive in a little bit to these. So, I want you to see the inside of this box. There is magic in truth. There is magic in my veins, where my blood speaks in soothe and my mind has no reins. So she has, like, you know, there's a lot of love in this deck. Like I said, her decks, I really feel as though she puts a lot into them. She really does. And this guidebook, like I told you, 109 books. Look at this. And it's not your standard really tiny one. It's almost like a little mini paperback. And it is standard. There is no color. But like I said, this is a very informative guide. She has little promptus for each card. This is a deck I feel like if you just want to also get in touch with your inner inspiration and have something a little bit different, but still, you know, a bit feminine or a bit younger vibe to it, then this is a great deck for that as well. Also another deck that definitely celebrates diversity. Okay, those are the backs. Aren't they cool? I really do like the backs. They kind of have this shabby chic feeling. The colors are so pretty. Now the stock is more matte, not so much that you know, silky stuff on the one we're just talking about with the Modern Witch. So I appreciate that. These have a little bit of the bend back. They're not the perfect cardstock, but they're fairly nice, and I can appreciate the matte. She has beautiful images. I'll let you guys just look at a few of these. Now, also mentioned 10 You'll see with hers, she has different names for her coins and pentacles, or pentacles, which is coins. Um, Emotions, I believe, is what she calls water. You'll see. Let's see. This is C3 of inspiration. That would be equivalent to 3 of wands. Okay, this is something that for newbies, it might throw you off a little bit. But like I said, by all means, if you're feeling called to the deck, then go ahead. Ace of Emotions, a beautiful card. Lots of imagery. This is some still like photographed kind of type stuff. Oop, it's almost in reverse. Overall good deck. I don't really see the novice getting into it too much, but like I said, if it's calling to them and they want the deck, get the deck. It's a beautiful deck. This chick really puts in some thought, some love, and some fun stuff in her guidebook. Like she's got some cute little poems or stories, etc. And look at this, for 20 bucks on Amazon. This is a beautiful deck. And you get a book for 100 with 109 pages. I mean, it's a very informative, very. And then here's the inside of the box, a nice hard box. Little fishies. Very, very nice, feminine, yet inspirational. It kind of feels like it gives you a little bit of that muse feeling, that spark of creation for life, etc., etc. Okay, guys, so moving on to the next deck. One of my favorites. It probably is my favorite of the whole. Actually, no, I don't know. That's probably a tie for favorite for my for this year for first place for tarot. Now the Hush Tarot, I love the Hush Tarot. It is like $18, $19. It is such a cool deck. The creator, which is Jeremy Hush, this was his first time creating this deck. He's also an artist, and he did some really cool things with the art, I must say, in this deck. Like he used things like from natural resources like plants and wood and inks laying around, like just some really odd but very beautiful distorted reality, I guess you could call it. And there's a little bit of there's some animals in it, some humans, almost some humans, but there's people and animals. Very just really cool inspiration. It's kind of like a dark Mad Hatter vibe or something. It's hard to describe, but very much his own. So the Hush Tarot, that's the guidebook. Comes in a hard box. And this one doesn't have much as far as, the guidebook goes. But hey, it still kind of looks like a little paperback, 55 pages. Take it or leave it. This one I don't believe is for the novice really so much, unless they vibe it. Because these are images that some people might feel are a little too dark. I think they're really beautiful. There's some really striking images here. For example, let me show you. I'll show you the cardstock first. They're close to standard tarot, but a bit thicker. Do you see that? They're a bit thicker, and you could tell on this side and this side, okay? And the backs are also kind of like, you see I don't know if you guys see it, but there's like a skull thing going on. Skull versus Mothman versus Victorian underworld type vibe. But I like it. I like it a lot. It's a style that I don't gravitate all the time towards, but this deck, I mean, it's just gorgeous. You'll see. I'm like, you'll see. So let me show you some of these images. So here we go. This would be the 8 of Cups. Okay. You see that? I mean, the art is strikingly beautiful. Strikingly beautiful. I love this deck. I can't say enough good things about it. I probably sound like I'm being impartial, and I am a little bit, but it's just such a beautiful deck. Like, there we go. Look at the Empress. Pretty cool, right? But like I said, it could be a little bit too dark for some people's taste, and that's okay. I appreciate that. The High Priestess, kind of an odd one, but again, another great one. Queen of Cups, just beautiful imagery. Just like I said, just striking art. I believe this deck has done pretty dang well this year, so good for that guy. I mean, he put love into this deck and just really had, he just went have at it, and he did a great job in my opinion. So now this is, like I said, I believe $18 or $19 on Amazon right now, and it's my top two for the year for tarot for sure. I love it. He doesn't go too much into detail as far as, you know, the meanings of the cards, but he goes enough to where he explains it from his view, because this is a little bit of a non-traditional tarot, but nonetheless still a tarot. And like I said, I'm gonna stop tooting his horn at this point, right? But that is the Hush Tarot by Jeremy Hush, and good, pretty good stock. It's got some good, you know, wearability. I just gotta say that right now. Like, they'll stand up for a little bit for sure. Okay. Now, for the next deck, I kind of wanted to do an honorable mention. And this is for the Celestial Tarot. Okay, so this deck is for the you know, the reader who is really into astrology and the stars and, you know, all of that, and they're into numerology, you know, the solar system, the planets, all that. This is a beautiful deck. The box isn't my favorite just because, you know, it's not a hardcover box, but it's still a beautiful deck. Okay, I don't recommend it for the beginner unless, like I said, they feel called to do it. And they might, and if you do have a predisposition to astrology already, then this might be right up your alley. Okay, totally. This does come with a little flip book. I don't believe I have it in here, but the flip book is very informative as far as the relation of each card to each sign, to each even to each you know, god and goddesses from mythology and Nordic mythology and Greek mythology, all of it. So Fixed Earth, Queen of Pentacles. I'm just gonna let you see some of these. They're really great cards. The few times I have used these, I need to use these more often. They are nice. And just a standard matte blue celestial. Not standard, I'm not saying that in a bad way, but I mean, it's not super glossy or anything. I forgot to say this, but okay, so Celestial Tarot is by K. Stevington and Brian Clark. Okay, again, if I murdered your name, I'm sorry, I apologize. So let's just look at some more of these cards, shall we? Strength. Prince of Cups. Now this deck is a little bit on the higher end as far as the rest of them go. I believe this one is 22 or 23, but still right under 25 bucks. And this is also a really good deck to have when you want to know what, you know, celestial things are at play, or planetarium. Also, you know, maybe what signs you're dealing with, that type of energy. And it's got some good history. Look at this. Two of Swords, Lupus. And that would be like the god of the god or goddess, or, you know, mythical creature that it's related in relation to. It's very neat. I mean, this is a very high thought out, you know, very well thought out and executed deck. Very beautiful. Very good. Very, very strikingly good, nice art. Good, nice art. Oh, don't I sound fantastic? It's very good, nice art. I love it. I'm just kidding, but it's beautiful art, okay? It's very unique, very different, very cool. And like I said, for the person who's just gaga for the stars, this will just make it for them completely, totally. And this is exactly, I believe, or maybe a hair shy of standard tarot deck size. I feel like it's just about there though. And there's no gilding or anything. But like I said, it does have that matte thing going on, you know, so it's not too slippery. These stay nice and stiff. That's what she said. Oh, but they really do. They hold their shape well. These will not wear down on you very quickly at all that I have seen. Okay, so now, thanks guys. I had to get those cards were a little bit all over the place, and I wanted to make room for the last, but certainly not least, deck. This is my favorite of the year, and then Hush is very closely near after. But this is my favorite tarot deck of the year. If I sat here, I would be talking about it all day. Now on Amazon, it is at $22 or $23 right now. Normally, this is around a $30 to $32 deck. Even at that price, though, well worth it. After I received this, and I'm a frugal person, I didn't want to get it because I was just like, oh, it just seems like it's still a little bit too much. That's how frugal I can be. But I decided to get it, and I really am happy about it. The authors are 4 women, 4 friends that know each other. And this is published by Hay House. It comes in the most awesomest box in the whole world. It's magnetic. They get influences from the traditional Rider with Mate or RWS, and also from other deities. Okay, so without going too much into it though, let me show you the guidebook real quick, which is beautiful. I mean, for 23 bucks, look at this, guys. Like, OMG, everyone has to get this. Well, everyone does. This one, I believe novices, or if you're a beginner, you could catch on to this deck. But again, this is one I wouldn't recommend to just everybody. I really feel like this one has to call to you. It's a little bit more occultist, or a little bit more, you know, kind of off the beaten path. But very cool, very chic, very unique. And this guidebook is in full color. Full color, everybody. Like, full color. Hello. It's awesome. Like, you couldn't ask for anything more in a complete deck. And it has a little thing about the authors in the back. Okay, and it rounds out about 105 pages, fully illustrated with color though. And get this, that's not even the best part. I'm about to show you the best part. Ready, y'all? It is and I know I got these just to kind of be kind of fancy. Now I will say this, you see how I'm kind of like getting them out. That could be a little bit of pain if you need them in a hurry, but this is that deck you just don't use every day, or at least I keep telling myself that because I don't want to, you know, wear out that beautiful gilding on it, which we all know will happen. But I love these cards. They too have a little bit of that glossiness that the Modern Witch Tarot has, but not as much, and the cards are a little bit smaller than that deck, but close to standard size. Okay, so these are the backs. Very cool. This is, here we go, I believe this one's the Page of Pentacles. I'll show you some of these images. And this is a deck that just totally shocked me. The images were just fantastic. They did a fantastic job. I love the colors. I love the dramatizations. I really just, you know, went with it. I vibed this deck. It's just very beautiful, very unique, very different. If you're ready for something different, this is the deck for you. Without not going too far straight, but this is not your standard, like I said, tarot. So if you are still in the beginning stages, you might want to, you know, only open this every now and then, but then you might want to practice it every day. It's up to you. Everybody has their own, you know, learning styles and behaviors. But I mean, for 23, 22 bucks, it's on sale right now. Look at the sun. Look at this card. I mean, These cards are amazing. They're beautiful. They shuffle well. This is my favorite deck of the whole year. They're gorgeous. I love them. And they come in an awesome box too. Like, hello. Just neat images. And like I said, I could go on and on. This one is on Amazon for $23 or lower if it's still on sale. Okay, guys, this would be a splurge item, but if you vibe it, get it. If you want to know how people like the deck, I'm telling you right now, I love it. And for under 25 bucks, count me in. Right, guys? Okay, so that's going to do it for today on Clumsy Clairvoyance. Thank you so much for being here. Please make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell down below. And let me know how you like the video. If you have any questions, just let me know, guys. And also, if you would like a personal reading, I am available for those. And I always list that email down below where the timestamps are. Okay, guys? So I will see you later.